research on me was he makes zest jokes. He's good.
My other weird hobby is drawing hentai. I'm that thing at the end of the day people can tune into, escape the world, have a laugh, watch this idiot do some stupid shit.
Hi, boys.
Oh, shit. That's great. I know what that is. That's alright, boys. Line him up. Line him up. Oh, fuck. I have no idea what just happened then. Oh, go for the nice cooked juicy sausage. You have... Oh, no. Oh, no. Right here. Spiral into the abyss of hell. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. I love children people. Now.
I may as well die in here.
Oh, Christ, it is focused on me right now. Never gonna give you up. No, here we go. There's a hand. Getting banged from all angles here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing? How's it going? It's Monday. It's a new week. So, time to go bosh it. Go make some goals and smash them. Tell me what they are as well. Because my goals this week are chill. I've had a day at work, and that's my only day at work this week. I've booked the rest of the week off, so I'm very much chilling. Also, it's going to be nice weather in the UK. For once, it is not raining. I know the stereotype of Britain has finally ended. Not really. It'll probably be raining next week or something. But yeah, this week it's supposed to be sunny, so I'll probably go touch grass for a little while, and then very quickly come back to the PC and touch virtual grass because we can't just be doing. I get hay fever. I mean, literally touching grass tries to kill me. It's just not doable. I have to take fucking pills every day to be able to touch grass. Oh, I feel like I'm a true gamer. When the whole, like, stereotypical thing about gamers is go touch grass, and I'm like, I can't. It will murder me. Or at least make me sneeze a lot. But yeah, speaking of touching virtual grass, we are playing some Minecraft today. Let me get the right keyboard out. Always confuses me. Actually, no. The mice more confuse me because they are actually really similar. The keyboards, even though they're the same brand, they're actually quite different. I forget the numbers for them. One's a G910. I can't remember. What is this one? This one is a G915. Yeah, quite different. Anyway, right. Let's go hop into Minecraft. How much dedicated RAM do you need for Minecraft? Game. Game can be seen. Also, if you hear background noise, I have got the fan on, because it's actually pretty warm in the UK as well. Again, blasphemy of weather. It should not be warm. What do I have here? What was I doing last time I played? So, where was that sunset light coming from? Because, like, heating on... Okay, can we turn that off? I thought we turned that off. Oh, I can hear the game. I thought there wasn't any sound for the game then, but it's just very quiet. So, little bit of progress. Okay, the majority of progress is under the ground. Or did you maybe turn it back? For the mornings, like the mornings in the UK are still pretty cold. I had to de-ice the car this morning. It was like 3 degrees. But now it's like 18 or 19 or something. There is a massive contrast between the morning and evening, or like late afternoon. Yeah, what was I doing? So, I've done a bit more work on the dock and warehouse area. Farm, I mean, last time we played, we did a lot of the rooftops for that. I've leveled this area out so we can actually put a building up there as well. planted a few trees up here because we'd had them here, and now it's like I'm going to use that space for something. I don't know what just yet. Also planted a load of trees over here and expanded this there. Like, when I got here, there was like, in this whole area, maybe 2 or 3 trees. Now there's a whole fucking forest in this bit. Smaller spruce forest there. And yeah, up here I'm getting some dark oak going. Because the rooftops are dark oak. The wall, the wooden wall parts are spruce. And the flooring is oak. So I use 3 different wood types in my builds. Also, yeah, another thing that I've also worked on is the basement. I've finally started doing that up a bit more. Because that's where we keep all the goodies. And then I've expanded it down here as well. And we've got a nice little forge room here. So it's evolving. It's kind of shaping into, well, the underground area is shaping into more of a properly well-built system. The rest of it is still looking very new. It looks like not much has been done, but it's the fact of like leveling off these areas and stuff. There's been so much terraforming and everything that yeah, a lot of the work's been into that. Sorry if you hear me dying still, it's fine, don't worry about it. Hey Kyla, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, some of the underground stuff that I've done. Well, like the key underground. I need to find where that fucking cave is. There is a cave somewhere underneath that. Yes, the key underground area is in here. And I've started to try and automate stuff. So there's villager farms here. See, there's somewhere in there. There it is. We've got the villager. Got the thing underneath which will collect all the wheats, stores it into these. It's not actually as efficient as I hoped it was going to be. Like, I've had this thing going for hours now, and what is it, like 3-4 stacks? Not maybe 5 or 6 stacks. Not really all that much, seeing as there's 2 of them. There's this one, and then there's also this one. Thinking of maybe putting another one beyond it, and then 3 on this side as well. So yeah, whilst I can manually do the farming outside, I can also do have the villagers farming inside, collect the wheat off them, and then sell that to the server, because we do have a economy in the server. We've also started adding more items to the server shop, so you can now buy villager eggs, which is how I've got those guys. And yeah, you can also sell from your hand. So there's only right now limited items. If I remember how to do this, no, I can't remember how you do it. Worth list. That was it. So yeah, at the minute we only have these 4. This probably will be added to, but the minute we're sticking kind of with the very, very basics. We won't have like a full extended list of every item in Minecraft on that, mainly because we want there to be, whilst having the basics set up on the server so that players can make money straight with the server, we want the focus more to be on the player shops. So when people have got all their shops set up and the warp set up for their shops, there'll be more focus on player to player trading rather than player to server. So that way there is more of like a functioning, living economy, if you will. Rather than everything going into a server and it's kind of just in the abyss. There is random leaves there. I'm guessing those have not broken off because of how close it is to that tree. Okay. What should I go with? What should I work on today? I don't know. We could carry on with some more of the warehouse. I think that's what I was doing last. Because that is a bit of a tricky build. Because it's kind of in the side of a hill. So I'm trying to figure out how to build it up. Whilst it still making sense from the top level. But I don't know if it's going to be doable. So it might just be a case of there's like a random roof just sticking out the top of this. So yeah, this is the warehouse. in its current state. This will work as a lift. Once that'll be moved out of the way. That's purely just so I can get up and down easy. Yeah, this will be a lift because how that is going to work is... Okay, I can't get to it from there. Let's try going through a window. We'll go through this. So, actually no, let's go over there. I can get a bit closer. No, I can't go through. I forgot I didn't put windows in that bit. So, basically, there's a dock area down there. That's being made so that bigger ships can go into that. There'll be a crane on this thing which then can unload from the ship that's docked into that area. And it swirls around and it'll place the cargo on here. There'll be rail system which take it into there. Let's get down. And then, yeah, the elevator will be here which then takes it up so that it can be stored into the warehouse. It's a very sophisticated system. I know it doesn't work. It's more of like an aesthetic that gives a representation of how it would work if it actually had the function to do so. Also, another big area which I terraformed is this area over here. This did gradually go down towards the river, but I've built it up so it's all the same height. Also adds a little bit more defense to the settlement. So, oh, I can get rid of that now. That was only there because this was all dirt and I needed grass, so I put that there. Yeah, there'll be a wall on this. There'll be a tower as well, just to keep watch. And then yeah, all those trees, they went there. They've all been put there. Also, a lot of these buildings, I don't actually really know what I'm going to be making them into. A lot of them will probably just be villager houses, because there will be villagers that I'll get living in this area. I might have to figure out how to keep them in the area, so I might have to like put doors and stuff on the gateway and fences around the river so that they can't fall into there. Right, okay. Maybe we'll do the beehives today. I'm trying to remember how we do beehives. I need to make a campfire because we have to smoke the beehive before we break it so that the bees don't come out all pissed off. It's a good way not to get stung. What do we need for a campfire? Was it slabs, sticks, and charcoal? It's been a while since I made a campfire. Stick that in there for now. Let's double check. Do I have the recipe here? I do. Oh, it can be normal coal or charcoal. And it's stripped logs. Was that stripped log at the end there? Oh no, it's just logs. Never mind. So I didn't actually. Well, no, I do. I do need to burn that plank, oak, log thing. I think did I get them in the end? I don't know. Which one was it in? Nope. Nope. There we go. And is it shears that you need for beehives? It's been so long since I broke a beehive. It's shears that you need for getting the honey out of them, isn't it? And then just, I think an axe can do if you wanted to break it to take the whole beehive. I know somewhere in here there is a beehive. But I'm trying to remember which tree it's under. Actually, no, it wasn't in here. It's out front. It's just on the side of this wall. I think it's that tree that you can see just popping over. Also, yes, I know somebody's going to say it. I fucked up that roof. And it's really bugging me, although it kind of gives it like a bit of a Halloween witchy house vibe. Yes, there is a beehive here. Okay, so how long do you have to wait, or is it just instant? Okay, nope. Nope. Wait, that did work. Oh, no, I did fuck up. How do you do it so you can get the actual beehive? Do you have to break it with shears? I fucked up there. Have I got enough to make a beehive? How many... what are they called? Honey? Honeycomb. How much of that do I need to be able to make one? Also, I'm gonna have to make another campfire. I should have maybe made a batch of them rather than just one. Let's get that making a few. Okay, beehive. I have got enough. I just need to make some wood. There we go. So, how do I set these up again? Hey, Angel Dev, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I need some fences. Let's get some planks as well. And then the campfires will go... See, did I put a trapdoor underneath them? I think I may have put a trapdoor to kind of stop the fire being straight onto it, but enough smoke passes through it to smoke the beehive still. Doing pretty darn good. How about you? I'm doing pretty... I'm good. Yeah, can't complain. Six of those should do for now. That's just the campfires that I need. There we go. I need me bread because I need some food. Okay, so yeah, that area's gonna be the where the bees and honey's made. Mainly because it's next to the crops, and I'm pretty sure the bees help to pollinate the crops and make them grow quicker. Okay, let's try and plan this out. Should I put the bees on this side and then tree? Yeah, let's go with that. So, okay, maybe one further back. That should be enough, I think. Bees area. Yes, I am making it. What's... I'm pretty sure there's like a proper term for them. But I can't remember what it is. I want to say it's something like an apiary. But that might be birds. Whoops. API is correct. Oh my god. What a memory. I don't know where I pulled that from. Okay, I'm hoping those will probably be too far actually. I was thinking the bees that we broke the beehive for, would they be able to come over here and actually make this into the home? I don't see them. This will be too far. I could lead them over with a flower. Let's see if I can do that. As long as they haven't moved somewhere else. I know one did come over the wall. Bees, where are you? Well, there's a fucking skeleton. Oh my god. Fucking eyes on this guy. Try not to piss him off by looking at him. I don't see those bees anywhere. The way you light your crops is so simple, but looks so nice. It looks so good, not gonna lie. Yeah. I, in the past, have gone with, like, where the water is, I put glowstone underneath. That works okay. I feel like this is a bit brighter and also does look a bit nicer as well. Where? What? Oh, that's in the cave as well. So yeah, I'll put down these flowers, because I'll put trees here. Just to make it more aesthetic. Also, I need to replace the dirt blocks where the fences are with wood blocks. Don't fall in the fire. Just want the dirt. Even though I've got stacks and stacks of it, but if I need to level an area out, I very quickly use a lot of it. You're a Fallout fan? I am indeed, yes. I love a bit of Fallout. Can't wait for season 2 of the Prime show to come out as well. I actually feel like they've done the Prime show really well, and they've kept to like all the original content and stuff really well. Also, obviously, adding to it, which that is Fallout. Each Fallout game adds to it in some extent, where it's adding new factions or new hostiles and stuff like that. Is there one in particular? Oof, that is a tough question. Fallout 3 for me is nostalgic because it was the first one in the series that I played. Obviously, is more recently the one that I've been playing a lot more of is Fallout 4, because it's got a really good engine with the world's in, good features to it, great modding community, which I'd say like the Fallout community in general has a really good modding community to it. But yeah, Fallout 4 I want to say is my favorite because it's nostalgic to me, but sorry, Fallout 3 is my favorite because it's nostalgic to me. Fallout 4 I love because obviously it's a more modern, up-to-date features, and I don't know if anyone else has this. I find that when I play a more modern version of something, or if I play something and then mod it as well, I really find it hard to go back to playing like the older version or playing an unmodded version. Like, what's a good example? I mean, Fallout 4 is probably a really good example. I can't play Fallout 4 without mods anymore. The mods have ruined it for me. Because you can add so much more into it. Like weaponry and stuff. You can add really fun weapons into it. Whether they're like the real modern day ones, or maybe they're ones from other games. It's so hard to play Fallout without mods. But I would love to have a go at Fallout 3 again. I need to try and get it working on my PC. I need to give that another go. Because the last time I tried playing Fallout 3, it was on a Windows 7 PC, and apparently like the compatibility with it was awful. So I don't even know if it got to the main menu, or if it just straight up crashed before even getting to that. So I know there is a way to mod it to allow you to be able to run it on newer systems. I couldn't get to do it. It was so annoying. Also, what am I missing here? I've got the sticks. I need more logs. I'm gonna need to go and cut down a load of trees soon. Whoops. Don't want to be dropping them. I love Fallout 4 for its modding. Yeah, personally, New Vegas and 4 are my favorites. New Vegas is good. Like, I love the factions and the story in New Vegas. It's more the location, the setting of the game I find kind of dull. Because obviously it's desert and stuff, so it's all kind of just brown. Although people have then corrected me saying Fallout 3 was like, it had that green tinge over it. Which I do vaguely remember, but it's been so long since I played Fallout 3 that it is only a vague memory. Been playing with mods for so long I forget what a feature and what a mod. Yes, same. Like, there's some elements that I'll come across and be like, were you part of a mod, or is that actually like an official part of the game? I'm trying to think of some good examples. I can't think of any. Also Skyrim. I mean, obviously it's also Bethesda, but Skyrim I cannot play without mods easily, I'd say. I have played them without mods since modding them because I wanted to do a proper playthrough of the whole Skyrim main story. Because I kept... I don't know if other people have had this issue. Like, you mod the game, you play it, you add even more mods to it. Eventually you overdo it with the mods, like there's some compatibility issue or whatever, and it screws your save up. So I've tried playing Skyrim so many times, I've only actually completed it once. Because I've ended up just screwing the mods up. And having to like restart or something. So, I don't remember myself what I was doing then. Yeah, I think it was last year, maybe the year before. I finally sat down and was like, okay, I'm not going to mod this, and I'm going to play through this and actually complete this game. After owning it for, well, pretty much since release. Like, I had it on the Xbox 360, I think. I had that initially, but like because we shared that with the family, it wasn't like I could just go on it whenever and complete it. Bethesda games in general are masterpieces, except for the recent ones. Starfield. I haven't actually played Starfield yet, but I would love to play it. I know a lot of people have said it's not really worth it, but I've played No Man's Sky and I quite enjoy that. And obviously I love like Fallout and Skyrim and generally Bethesda games. So I want to have a go at it and see how it compares with other sci-fi games and whatnot. And obviously with it being a Bethesda game, I'm guessing it also has a good modding community to it. I'm just placing down a lot of flowers here, so when we do plant a couple of trees, hopefully they'll get some bees around them. I don't know why it does this sometimes. It just won't let me... There we go. There'll be random areas where it won't let me place a tree. That should be enough, I think. Let's get a few more flowers around there. I can place a flower on it, but I can't place the fucking sapling on it. I don't know. Weird. That should be enough. Surely one of those one of those four will have a beehive. Bethesda games in general. Oh, I've already read that one. I'd love to play it too, but they lock me on 30 frames on my next gen console, which is just bullshit. Yeah, that does sound a little annoying. Is that the same on PC? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As a gamer, I'm not a very techie gamer. So like, I don't have like high-end monitors and stuff. That I have monitors that work well. But in terms of my graphics card, they're probably not. The monitors I have probably don't go well with the graphics card. They're probably not giving it the full benefit. And also like with the frames per second and stuff like that, unless it's drastically low, I probably don't notice too much of the difference. PC is fine. It's just 30 FPS on all consoles. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, I have so many people who in the past who have been like, hey Brandon, why are you playing the game like this? Like, you have this setting on, turn that off. And it's like, because you'll get, you know, the game will be so much easier, or you'll get this slightly better look, or a slightly better performance or something. And I'm like, I'm not too fussed as long as like the game runs okay for me, and you know I'm enjoying it and stuff. I don't tend to tinker too much with the settings. and also with I know a lot of people with the gaming keyboard and mice and stuff, they'll set up all the different macros and hotkeys and stuff. I have some set up, like some basic ones set up for some games, but again, I don't really go too far into it. And even down to the way I play games, like when it comes to games like, I don't know, Call of Duty or Fortnite or something, everyone will be like, okay, you got to use this item because this item is really effective against other items. And I'm like, I'm gonna use the weapon which I enjoy to use rather than the weapon that has been made a bit OP or something. I'm trying to think of a good example of that. Like, I guess Overwatch maybe. I have played that in the past. I'm not the best at it. Generally, battle arena games I'm not the biggest fan of. If I can get this thing, that'd be great. But yeah, people be like, okay, they're using this character. You must use this character. I'm like, I'm just gonna use the character which I know. So yeah, I got a much more like chill approach to games in general. I don't want to like speed run things or go hardcore on things. I don't mind to some extent playing things on a slightly more difficult setting, as long as it's not like to an extent of we're not completing this because it's too difficult. Yeah, if I'm dying every 5 seconds, I'm generally not going to get the enjoyment out of doing that. So, whilst I might play games on a lower difficulty than what other people will play them on, it's because I'm looking just to have a bit of fun. Chill. After a day of work, just come on and rest and, you know, have a good time gaming rather than trying to grind something. Like, yeah. Build projects in Minecraft. I love doing these things because they are really chill to do. You can just stick on some headphones, get some music playing, or maybe a lot of what I'm doing outside of the streams or when I'm just gaming generally. I would like to have like a YouTube video or a movie or something up on my other screen, or maybe another Twitch stream. And I'll just be playing a game and have a video of some or stream of some sort on that other monitor. And unless it's, you know, a game which I'm really focusing on, sort of immersing myself into, I'll just be, you know, chill. Just doing a fun project or something, and then having something up on the other monitor, which I kind of loosely watch. Like I've watched so many movies, but I can't remember a lot of what happens to them because I've like been half watching them. I'm trying to think of a good example. I was watching a video the other day. Funnily enough, it was a Fallout 4 one. There's a great YouTuber called Synonymous, I think is how you pronounce it, and they dive so much into like the different lore of all the different games. I think the latest one was, it wasn't so much the lore, well, it was using the lore to then figure out where the potential next games could be, and also adding like their own ideas as to how the next game would work and where it would be set. And he had a really good idea actually, where it's set in New York, but like 18 years after the bombers fell. So it's like a really early on one. So it's way before a lot of the factions and stuff. So there's a lot more open. There's more of an open book to who you can add in and stuff like that. And it also adds in the question of what's happened with Vault-Tec and whether it's quiet. So their idea for a story for the next Fallout in New York, set way early in the time period, would be that the main character has to figure out where like the main people of Vault-Tec is on the East Coast, and then find them, and then kind of fight them, and that's why they become so quiet for the later games. Which does make sense with the lore and everything. I'm kind of waiting for these trees to grow, although I should probably sleep. It's no time. Because I need to get those bees. Which I could make. I need stone bricks, and then oak and spruce planks. Also, return shortly. I have some nerdy coding stuff I need to work on in case I don't make it back in time on Great Stream. Thank you very much, Angel. I appreciate it. And good luck with the coding stuff. Let us know what it is when you get back. I want to know why. I want to know what project we're working on. I've always wanted to have a go at code. Well, no. I've always wanted to be good at coding. I've tried learning it once or twice, but it's like, for me, learning languages is I'm awful at it, and coding is like learning a new language. Okay, I think it's this one where I have, yes, I can go in there. What was I doing? I was gonna sleep. I can get so easily sidetracked, it's unreal. Also, yes, apologies for the sniffles. I don't know if it's because of the temperature in here, or maybe there's a bit of dust in the air. My hay fever's kicking off. Maybe my meds are wearing out, I don't know. Fucking hell. Yeah, so easily sidetracked and just memory goes, bleh. No, we ain't working anymore. Let's get rid of what I don't really need right now. I forgot to put the trapdoors down. I don't need that right now. I do need these though. I probably don't need the lanterns at the minute, so they can go in here. Okay. Dark oak planks. I don't need to. Let's see how this goes. Any trees? No trees. Okay. But just to help free up a bit of space, let's get these. Yeah, I'm guessing there is enough smoke coming through that to still keep the bees calm. So I need to put these down there. Okay, cool. I was originally... Oh, there's a beehive on that. I was originally going to put the beehive area over here. Like, that was going to be the building for it, and the beehive was going to be in this area. But I was thinking, it's like too far away from the crops for us to get part of the benefit of it. Because I'm pretty sure I did read somewhere that they do help pollinate plants and make them grow quicker. Unless I'm remembering that from elsewhere, or if that's just because of how it works in real life. Like, they help to pollinate plants and generally improve, like, crops or gardens and stuff. If we can get a couple of buildings complete in the stream, that'll be a good stream. That'll be progress. Okay, how do I do in the next bit? I keep doing these things differently, so I keep confusing myself. second tree has grown, and I think there's still no beehive. I can't remember the percentage chances for it. Like, I think they can still sometimes spawn with a beehive, even if there isn't many plants, many flowers nearby. But I think having the flowers around it does increase the chance. Whoops. Also, for me, one of the best additions to Minecraft recently is definitely... I say recently, I can't actually remember how long ago it was that they added it in. But scaffolding. Such a useful tool. Especially when you're trying to do a rooftop. Because rooftops on buildings... whilst trying to build it in survival mode or whatever, are always tedious. But the scaffolding makes it so much nicer to do. Come on, drop the saplings. Also, at some point I need to get back into the Pokemon Card streams, because I have so many fucking boxes to open. Plus, me and Mr. Brownie keep saying we're gonna start doing a podcast series at some point. I don't want to say a podcast because it feels like it's bigger than it. Like, it makes it feel like such a big project when it's mainly just like us getting to chat and talk about topics for you guys. I don't know if the mic's picking up on that, but obviously we can't do the podcast right now because Mrs. Brownie is coughing up her guts. So, yes. I have got a lot of the parts for it though. I just need to actually get them set up and tested. Because before I used the GoXLR, one of the great bits of hardware that I used for content creation was a Scarlett. I forget the product number. Focusrite Scarlett i2 or something. Let me see if I can get. No, it's too dark. I can't really see. But yeah, it's, if anyone recognises it, it's like the black and red little box thing which your microphones plug into. So I've got that, which will let me. There is a way of connecting it to the GoXLR, so it'll let me have two Cardo condenser mics running through from the GoXLR through into the Scarlett, and then we can use that to get more of these 8020s to work through it. Because we're getting all the stuff ready for the podcast stuff. I've got 3 of these. So I've also this one, which plugs into the GoXLR, which is like my main microphone, and I've got 2 more of them, which will plug into the Focusrite, which will be the podcast ones. So, even though I have like a small man cave setup in here for all the streaming, I've got it to work in so many different ways now, especially with the dual PC system. Because the GoXLR is such a great tool, although if you're looking at getting one, I'd say definitely do a good bit of research on the GoXLR versus the new Stream Decks, because I feel like the new Stream Decks might be taking over it at this point with the features that they now offer. But yeah, with the GoXLR you can like connect it into a multi-PC system so that your microphone feeds through both PCs that way, which is really handy for if you're playing a game which requires your microphone, like Phasmophobia or Content Warning, I think the one is, which really relies heavily on being able to use your microphone. Or Squad as well. For anyone that hasn't heard of Squad, it's sort of like a military tactical shooter / simulator maybe, but relies heavily on communication, especially if you're like a squad leader, something like that. So you gotta be able to talk to your squad, you gotta be able to talk to the other squad leaders in your team, especially if you're trying to relay where you're moving to, what sort of attacks you're all doing, so you can kind of coordinate those better. Because yeah, you don't want to move into an area where the enemies are, and not let the team know, because you will end up getting into a blue on blue situation. I think that happens when I stream it. I think that happens once, maybe twice per stream. There'll be because obviously there's no like name tags above your head. You're purely going on how people appear, and sometimes you'll get into a match where each side has quite a similar appearance. So you'll be assaulting like a village or a small collection of buildings and stuff, and you'll go in, you'll take a building, and then another couple of squad mates from a different squad will then come in and not realise that the building has been neutralised and taken, and they'll just start firing on anything that they see, because like the adrenaline's pumping through and they're thinking, oh crap, enemy. And yeah, it just turns into a blue and blue situation. You get friendlies on the floor. We had that, I think we were playing as Canadians versus Russians one match, and yeah, I think there was 2 guys that came into this room when there was, after we'd taken it, there was about 3 or 4 of us already stood in the room just kind of chilling, chatting sort of thing. And these guys just kind of came running in and just... bullets very quickly started flying and bodies very quickly started dropping. And it was like, blue on blue, start shooting! Yeah. A few of us had to get revived after that. We're not having much luck with these beehives, are we? Is there a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse happening or something right now? I do not know. Every goddamn time. Hey Decal, how you doing? You know you gotta tune in. The algorithm is telling you that you can't miss one. That's just how it is. It says a lot about how much I'm on TikTok. I mean, I think everybody that has the TikTok app installed on their phone has the same sort of situation. We got a free 5 minutes spare. TikTok is probably like the first app we go to. I'm the same. Although it is, I would say it's definitely like a generational thing. Because one of the guys at work, he often sends me Instagram reels. And I'm usually sending him like TikTok shorts. Or TikTok videos. Yeah, there's TikTok videos, aren't there? So yeah, there is definitely like a generational thing. Because he's like in his mid to late 40s, I think, off the top of my head. So, yeah, he's probably more used to Instagram, whilst I'm more used to TikTok. Although I do use Instagram Reels a little bit. I probably would use YouTube Shorts before I do Instagram Reels. And then, yeah, TikTok is the one that I go to. It's just, I mean, it is the thing, it's short content, which you can just get a quick laugh out of. And I know that people are doing studies and saying, well, our attention to things is lowering because they're short form content. It's like, if it all depends on how it's used. People, when like YouTube first started off, everyone's like, oh, YouTube's bad, people are just watching people do stupid shit on it. It's like, now we have all these channels which are really informative and ones which guide you on how to do things, or people are learning skills off of YouTube videos and stuff. Like they're doing, you know, maybe they're learning how to do developing, and whilst they're watching the video, they're also doing it on whatever software they have on their PC and stuff. So it's just, whilst you get these people which are so against certain things, like certain softwares or certain trends, for a lot of them, there is like it's how you use it. Like, games are a great one because you don't actually get the discussion as much nowadays as you did 15, 20 years ago, maybe. But there was always that discussion of video games cause violence. It's like, it's a load of bullshit. There's even, like, people have done the graphs where it shows the crime rate, and it's like, okay, at this time, video games were invented, and here is when video games started getting more popular. And there's no correlation with the information between video games and crime rate. So, also, I don't think it shut them up. They still went on about it. I think that's kind of deterred the argument from that. But it also doesn't stand up to the extent of, like, we have other games, obviously. So, like, we have The Sims, where you just kind of live another life, a second life sort of thing. We also have Truck Simulator, or Cooking Mama. Not a game that I play, but anyway. You don't see anyone making the argument of whilst they're making this argument of video games called violence. No one was making the argument of, okay, well, if games like COD make you violent, did Trucker Simulator make you want to be a trucker? So, whilst they saw the negatives, there was also like there's the twist of it as like this could also be a positive. It could inspire people to do things. And it probably has to some extent. There probably are cases where people have been inspired to do something from playing it on a video game. In a good way. I'm not going to mention the ones where they use it in a bad way. Or like where people found, like, you know, a serial killer or whatever. They went on his computer afterwards and found out there was Call of Duty on it. And that's what they use as a very lazy basis of why he did his actions. It's like, no. Just no. To that extent, movies, books, why aren't they a cause of it? Come on, trees, grow, I need some beehives. I want to see a violent Hello Kitty Island adventure player. Alba. Not really violent, I have Call of Duty installed, lol. Same. I've played many different shooters and stuff. Not once have I ever thought, let's do this in real life. That's just down to mental integrity. Or moral integrity. If you know what you're playing is just a game. Sorry, Twitch for some reason keeps closing down on my phone. So even though I try to keep it up so I can monitor how the stream is looking on the front end, it just decides to close the app down randomly. I don't know if that's like something that they program into Twitch, because does it do YouTube as well? I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, these two way to close to each other. Let's move them. What was I saying? Yeah, I don't know if it's something that they've programmed to Twitch so that you can't like lurk a chat. Games are getting too realistic, it's causing violence. No, some players refuse to do violent things if it's too realistic. I mean, yeah, you do get, like, I know in, which one was the first one to do it? I want to say it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was the first one to do it, where it gave you the option at the start of the game to be, it came up with like this warning message saying there is a mission in this game which has like disturbing content. It gives you the option to skip it. I'm pretty sure it's like the No Russia mission. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know it, it's you do stuff in an airport. It's, yeah. I don't think I can go into detail on about what you do in it without Twitch being like, yeah, it's questionable. This topic of conversation is questionable. I played it. I mean, yeah. I played it. I played the one because you like redo it. No. Okay, redo it might be a bit not accurate, but you witness a brief part of this of that mission in Modern Warfare 3. And again, it gives you the same option in that where you can skip it. But yeah, so many people have played it. I don't see them all going and reenacting it. But it's something like legacy media, or whatever the right term is. They've gone after YouTube quite a lot because people are kind of shifting away from legacy media and going to sites like YouTube to get their news. So legacy media go after these sites to try and taint their image, to try and then pull people back into their others, or like get governments or whatever to take action against these sites, so that they're not the content is getting, not the quality is getting lowered, but finally got Beehive, but that the there's like restrictions on it and stuff, or there's credibility issues that they've kind of painted onto it. I don't actually know. I'm going to put a building up here, but I don't know what building. Also, should we start doing the second that one? Okay. I'm pretty sure in the UK we'd call it the second floor, or because like first floor, second floor. But I know we've kind of started to shift over the time to being ground floor and then first floor. Because I'm pretty sure that's more the American way. Also, I do not know where I'm going to put the stairs in this. Maybe in this back corner. There's no windows. Do you think news about the next Minecraft update? I have not, to be honest with you. What's planned in? What are we getting? Maybe a good new mob or something. Actually, wait. Is it cows? Is the next new one, they're adding more cows and stuff? I think I heard that. Happy Gas, a new pet. That's gonna be a big ass pet. Can we please tell me we can like ride on that thing and it flies and we... That could be kind of cool. Are they only in the Nether? Because obviously ghasts are just in the Nether at the minute. Are they going to be altering that so that happy ghasts are like, they somehow went through another portal and it changed them? Kind of like Chaos with Space Marines. The Space Marines went through a portal and it changed them, made them into Chaos. Or at least I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Don't hold me to it. Whilst I've played quite a few Warhammer 40k things, I don't know the whole lore. I'd love to read more of it, but the books are really expensive. Because I wanted to read into the lore of Space Marines, but I think for the book of like the basic lore which can get you into it, I think it was like £40. 40 for a book. And I'm like, I'm not paying that much for a book. I mean, generally for books, I go to the charity shop now because there is like, if you live in the UK, you've heard of the shop franchise or chain or whatever called WH Smith. They're like our stationery and books and stuff. You probably have the same sort of concept in other countries where there'll be a chain of stores which all do books and stationery. But to go and buy a new book in WH Smith is like £10 to £15 now. Let me get an example. Okay, this one is an absolute beast of a book, and I have not read this yet because I got 3 books at the time. I'm still reading on the first one. I'm a very slow reader. I need to pick it back up again. But yeah, this book, it's a fucking thick thing, but this book, I got it because I love the art. It's proper shiny and stuff. I'm pretty sure this was like £12 or £15. I might say on it actually. Okay, £11. That was £11. If I can get this book at a charity shop, this would be £1. Or, what a lot of charity shops do in the UK, is they will do $4 for £2. Essentially working out at 50p each. This one might be like individually priced only because like it's a thick, it's a chunky book. To put it into comparison, like this is probably more of your standard size. It's like twice to maybe 3 times the size of it. But yeah, I'm ready yet. But whoever the author Samantha Shannon is, she writes some chunky books. Yeah, at some point I will get around to finishing the book that I'm currently reading and start reading that. The one that I'm currently reading is called Scythe, I think, off the top of my head. Like I said, it's been a while since I actually picked it back up. I'm maybe a third of the way through it. But yeah, if you're wanting to read this particular book, maybe mute the stream for a little bit because I'm going to be talking about it. So there will be spoilers. But basically, in Scythe, you're in a world where it's sort of near future. They've figured out how to do immortality. But the issue that they've had with immortality is obviously nobody dies, but world population keeps going up. So essentially, they have the way that they actually described this group of people, or this like group of profession. It kind of feels like it's like the cardinals of church, or whatever it's called. You know, when like the Pope pops it and they all come together and they start doing the meeting and stuff. And it's kind of like that. So they have one of those big meetings every year, and then these meetings they each go through like the list of the people that they've, what they call gleaned, which is basically where they've killed them. But it's really clever as to how they choose them. So they can't just, they have to choose people without showing like a bias or anything. So they have to make it feel random. So the main character that you follow, he'll choose people based on their lifestyle. So one of the ones that he picks is a guy that lives near a river and has a dog. And like he does his research, is like, okay, people who live near rivers have an increase, and own a dog have an increased chance of drowning, because if the dog goes running into the river, they'll go jumping after the dog. So it's like, okay, I chose you because there's a 10% chance of this happening, so I had to put in that factor of probability. They also had a certain job which would have increased a probable chance of fatality. So they factored that into it. So he makes them random by using probabilities as to how they would have died if there was mortality in the world. So yeah, where I'm up to now, they're kind of having this meeting, and you're following the two, what's the right term? What's the word for it? Apprentices of this scythe. What was I doing in here? Oh, maybe, I can't remember. I get so easily sidetracked. Let's let sleep. Okay. You find them in the nether, you can hatch them in the other world and use them there. Okay, cool. The update comes out in a few months. Previews are already on Bedrock. About the price of an Indigo. Wait, what? Oh, you mean for books? Yeah. They are. Buying them new. It's crazy. But yeah, Scythe is what I'm reading through at the minute. And then I'll oh, actually, it's right there. I could have sworn I kept this in the other room. But yeah, if you're looking to read it, that's how it looks on the front. It's called Scythe, and it's by the author Neil Shusterman. But yeah, I'm about a third of the way in. It's really good. I know people are like, oh, why have you put it down? Because I'm a slow reader, so getting me to read in general isn't the easiest. I'm dyslexic, okay? But that's one of the things I said last year. I want to read more, so I did start buying a few more books to get me into reading more. It's also finding the time to do so. So obviously with full-time job, streaming 3 times a week generally, finding time to do the rest of the stuff outside of that, as well as obviously seeing family, spending time with family. And other projects that I want to work on and stuff like that. Okay, well we have some bees, so we're making progress. Now let's do some more in the house. Also, there are a few Tolkien books that I'm wanting to get. For anyone that hasn't heard of Tolkien, which I'm sure most of you probably have. Tolkien is the name of the author that wrote Lord of the Rings. I'm going to change that block. And there is a series of books which go more into the lore, although apparently they're written by somebody which a lot of the Tolkien community are saying isn't the most trusted with their information. A lot of the stuff that they're actually writing is apparently being debunked, or is being shown to be incorrect from what we know of the Tolkien universe. So I'm questioning, do I get those books? Because I like the idea of them, because they give you a lot of they're not stories, they're not storybooks, they are more kind of like a what's the right term for it? Like kind of like a thesaurus sort of thing for Middle Earth. So there's one which goes into the, off the top of my head, there's one which goes into the different locations, I think. There's one that goes into the different animals and stuff, and wildlife and everything. So it is kind of like a Bible, not a Bible, dictionary. Where did I get a Bible from? It's like a fuck now, I'm gonna say it again. It's like a dictionary for all the different things in Middle Earth. So yeah, I wanted to have a look at that. Maybe get some inspiration for some of the stuff that I like to write as well. I'd love to, like, obviously Tolkien, when he was writing the Middle Earth stories, where it was The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings or whatever. I love that he created languages as well. Something that I would really struggle to do, but like the Elvish language and stuff, apparently, I think Elvish was based on Flemish language, I think. Is it Black language or something? The one which is like the proper dark old language, which they apparently speak in a lot of the music. Like when you hear them speaking and you're not understanding what they're saying, they're apparently speaking black black language. It's not called, it's black something, but it's not black a language. Is it black tongue or something? I can't remember. But yeah, they're speaking that in a lot of the songs, where it just sounds like it's just choirs making vocals. But when you have them translated, they actually make the songs mean so much more. This is where I need this. I'm going to remind myself of how to build these things so much, even though I was doing some of this yesterday. But yeah, the happy ghasts, they sound pretty cool. Also, Decal, does it say if you can ride them, use them as transport? Because having a flying mob to be able to ride would be cool. I think I said, this might have been a couple of years ago, but it would be great if they added in a flying mob which you can ride. I think my idea at the time was like a griffin, So, it's... Griffins are like pot lion, pot... It's like a lion with wings, isn't it? I can't remember. But yeah, having one of those which you could use to, you know, instead of a horse where it's transported along ground, you have a griffin which then lets you do transport through the air. Yes, I know you got Electras, but still, having a living thing... Okay. Living thing in the game to then use as your transport through the air could be really cool. Obviously, the obvious one that they could have added was dragons, but then would that mess with Minecraft lore and having the main dragon and stuff? I don't know. Okay, what I need now... Yeah, I need the stone stairs. Which I can finish off some more of these, actually. No, before I do that, let me get the stairs and I can proper space these things out. There'll be in this one. There is one there. That's a lot of stone brick. Should do for now. Also, for people that have seen it, would you recommend Amazon's Rings of Power? Is it Rings of Power or Ring of Power? I want to say it's Rings, because I'm pretty sure it goes into the others, not just Sauron's. But yeah, would you recommend people who have enjoyed The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings series, would you recommend them to watch Rings of Power? Because from the bits I've heard, it sounds like they've kind of messed with some of the lore. Mainly the bits that I've heard about the orcs, and apparently how they've been made to be more family orientated. Even though it's like, no, orcs are literally a faction of war. You can't make them into family people all of a sudden. So isn't it like the most expensive series ever made? This did not make a beehive. Actually, is it? It's oaks that I need. There we go. Ooh, no, nope. Fuck. Wait, what did I use in the other house? Did I use oak on that one as well? Nope, I'm pretty sure that is spruce. Okay, I think I might be mixing these up. Actually, is it? No, it definitely looks lighter than the oak. Did that one make a beehive? Nope. The leaves are way too low. Instantly, no, that hasn't made them. Okay, chat. Question for you. What's like a famous series or famous area of pop culture that you really want to get into? And maybe it's Lord of the Rings. Maybe it's Harry Potter. Maybe it's Star Wars. Maybe you really want to get into the Marvel comic books. Part of me wouldn't mind reading. I wouldn't say I'm going to go out there and buy the comic books. But there is part of me that wouldn't mind reading some of the comic books. But I feel like at this point, there are so many. It's kind of like, where do you start? And will you ever be able to catch up to all the haven't read them, read them all or gotten all the information, which kind of lets you know, like, gives you more of the experience when you do watch the movies and stuff. To be like, oh, there's this little thing in the background. It's like that is a reference to something. Because you get those videos where YouTubers or whatever will kind of critique some of the movies, and they'll be like, oh, in this scene, I don't know, Tony Stark has this thing in the background. It's like this links to this other Marvel character, and that might be a hint that they're making that Marvel character or bringing them into the Avengers or whatever. And I'm like, how? What? Because like a good example for me is when me and Miss Brownie watched the Fallout series. Like Miss Brownie said she enjoyed it. But I was proper nerding out because, like, in the background you got, new cola bottles or jets or some of the weapons that they're using, obviously, from the recent Fallout games. So I was, like, finding much more enjoyment from it because I'm seeing all these little details which reminisce back to playing the games and stuff like that. And then, obviously, seeing some of the new things that I've added in because of the area of the world that they're living in, or the time period that it's set in. So yeah, like when you see, it's not called the Predwin. Also, yeah, spoilers. I mean, at this point, it's been out like a year. You're fine. Also, it's not really a big spoiler, but anyway, you see the Brotherhood of Steel airship. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen on a YouTube video where somebody was describing it. Because if I remember correctly, in the show, it's not called the Predwin, but some people say it looks identical to it, so it's likely that they've renamed it. So it is the Predwin, but just given a new name, rather than being a separate ship. It would be cool if they have a full-on fleet of those things, but I feel like that might be a bit overpowering. I mean, there is a good chance that they do, but I'm pretty sure that it's taken them so many parts to find to make the Predwin that maybe it might not make absolute sense for them to have multiple of these things, because I'm pretty sure when you play Fallout 4 and you do some of the missions for the Brotherhood of Steel, you kind of get into some of the dialogues with the characters, and they're going on about trying to keep the Predwin running and keeping all the parts for it and trying to find new parts for it which work with it. And they're all saying it's really hard to come by some of the stuff that they need to keep the ship running. So, whilst it would be cool to see the Brotherhood of Steel having a fleet of those things, it might not make sense with the lore, and also it might make the Brotherhood of Steel too powerful where everybody wants to pick them in the games, or yeah, because everyone's like they're too powerful at this point. If I pick any of the faction, I know that the lore, when they, make the next game and decide on what the outcome was of the previous game, that it's going to go in the Brotherhood of Steel's favor. I haven't actually. I don't know if the show has. I can't remember if it's given many details to what actions we took in the games have actually become lore. I can't remember any off the top of my head anyway. Yeah, I'm intrigued as to what the Fallout 4 ending lore canon will be, and as to whether or not I picked it. I think I've the first time, well, actually probably the first couple of times I played it, I went with a Brotherhood or a Brotherhood / Minutemen ending. In the more recent playthrough that I'm doing, whilst it is kind of a loose playthrough, if you know what I mean, where I'm not doing too much of the main story, I'm kind of enjoying doing the quests or just generally building up like the settlements and stuff. I've been playing a lot more of the Railroads story, because I know the first time that I played through Fallout 4, because I sided more with the Brotherhood, I very quickly killed off the Railroad, because, yeah, the Railroads faction is all about saving the synths that have kind of escaped the system. And unleashing their synth brain to then allow them to have their own thought and everything. And because the Brotherhood of Steel is very much like, if you're not human, we want to eradicate you, sort of thing. You're very quickly given the task of go destroy this Railroad faction. So that's what I ended up doing very quickly after meeting the Railroad in my first playthrough of Fallout 4. So whilst, yeah, I love the Brotherhood of Steel, they're a really cool faction. I know, I love the whole idea of their wanting to rebuild mankind. There is also that slightly cynical view of, if you're anything other than human, they want to murder you. Like if you're a ghoul, like, not feral, but half, you know, like Hancock, or the Vault-Tec salesman. Brotherhood of Steel would probably want to just shoot them on sight, or get rid of them very quickly. There probably are exceptions where they've let some of them into their ranks. I'm pretty sure I've seen. I mean, there often are exceptions in Fallout. You know, there'll be like a friendly super mutant. There is one in Fallout. Actually, there might be two in Fallout 4. There's Strong, and then there's the scientist one. I can't remember his name. And then in Fallout New Vegas, I'm pretty sure there's a Nightkin super mutant that's friendly. I can't remember her name. So yeah, even though a lot of the stuff will be like, okay, this type of mutant or whatever is evil, there's often the odd one which is an anomaly to the system. Sunrise is so beautiful, although it's just absolutely peeing it down. Okay, yeah, I need more oak. Eventually, oh, there is another one. But no beehive. It's the beehives that we want. I should probably, actually, instead of breaking that, not breaking it, instead of trying to harvest the, what do they call it? The honeycomb from it. I'm going to try and breed the bees when they eventually come out. Also, whilst we wait for I'm guessing they don't come out in the rain or something. They probably don't actually, because is it depicted in some of the movies that have bees in it that rain is like hell for them? I think it's the same with ants. Or was it? Or was it Bug's Life? One or the other. They show rain as being like artillery fire for them. I can't remember if that was Ants or Bug's Life. But yeah, let me know if that was one of your childhood films. I feel like Ants was the like. I can't remember which one came out first, if it was Bug's Life or Ants. I'm pretty sure they came out pretty close to each other. But I think Bug's Life just massively overshadowed Ants. So, it's kind of one of those which people will have seen, but they've like forgotten about it because it was Bug's Life. I don't think the cast, like the voice actors cast for Bug's Life was bad. I'm pretty sure I had like Stallone and stuff in it. I can't remember who plays the lead. Let me Google. Ants movie. Woody Allen is the voice actor for the main. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone he's like the big tough ant. Sharon Stone is the princess. Jennifer Lopez is in it. Danny Glover's in it. Gene Hackman, he passed away recently. He was in it. He's the general. Christopher Walken. Yeah. Was he his mate? Like Z's mate when they go into fight? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to rewatch it. Let's do this over here. Try and get more flowers. Yeah, that didn't work. There we go. All these seeds I'll just sell. I won't get much for them. I think there's like 50p a seed or something. That one's pretty sure daisies. Okay, that'll do. Are they going to pop out now? It's sunny, it's daytime, you can come out to your beehive. Unless you are out and... Although... Can't you hear them sometimes when there is? Don't you hear like a buzz sound coming from it? Yeah, they're in there. Okay, come on. Or do you not come out when you're full or something? I don't know. Okay, I may have gone for too many plants here. Why are you taking no notice to me holding a plant? There you are, there we go. Where's your other one? There's two of you in there, right? Actually, Sell weed seeds. Nearly 20 quid from that. Shears. Why won't the second one come out? There's not just one of you in there, is there? Did the other one go out on an adventure? It's currently making B-Movie 2 or something? No idea. Not much I can do with just one of them. You watch now. I moved away from it. Once I get into a position where it's awkward for me to get back down or something, the other one will pop out. No, I can really see it at this angle. Another tree. I don't think there's a beehive on it though. No, it's too low. Come on, give us another beehive. At some point I need to get the beetroot as well. I'm going to put beetroot down on this side. And then maybe along the slim area over there I'll put like melons and pumpkins and stuff like that. I can hear a zombie. Is there a cave at the end of this bit? Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I know there is a massive cave underneath that because that's where the mine goes into. I've got like a mine entrance over on the other platform area over here. Over there, where that little path leads into. It goes into a cave. And the tree is spawned again, too low. Can you stop putting taller trees in place with a beehive? Should not keep the yellow ones on me. I need dark oak, which I'm probably not going to have. Don't know if I'll have enough just yet for a full roof. I need to wait a minute longer for the sun to actually go down. I don't know if I'm going to use this island for anything. It like has a perfect opportunity for like a extension of the settlement on it. You know, maybe a bridge across here or something. maybe once I've got this area completed, if I feel like it needs an extension, there is that opportunity. But right now, let's just stick with this area. Seeing as this is already an not an extension, but an addition for Crusadia. At some point I need to get back to building some of the areas in Crusadia up. It's just, yeah, it was nice having a second project that I can, you know, when I got a bit bored of doing Crusadia up, I had a new place which I can go to and do up as well. You know, change of environment. At some point, I will do a... It's not going to be like a third settlement for Crusadia, but I'll do my own town, or maybe just a stronghold or something in a snow biome. Because yeah, there's a massive one here, and there's also one west of Crusadia here. So I got a couple of options. I could like take over this village or something. Probably go with that one over that one, because this one is also surrounded by trees. A bit more tucked away and hidden. But yeah, I love the biomes and better generation that's what's it called? Terralith? I think it's called Terralith. Added in. So if you're looking at setting up your own server, or if you want a good reason as to why to join Picnic, Terralith is probably one of those, because it adds in such more unique and dynamic world generation. So you come across some really funky biomes which make base building so much more fun, because it gives you... Okay, the airmen now, not a great example for it, because this is more of like a standard generation. But yeah, some of the areas make it so much more fun to build in, because you can add more elements to your build. Like maybe you're in a valley with a river, and your base is kind of like built up the hillsides and connected by various bridges and stuff. There is a bot over on stream. That is fun. Ban them real quick. Okay, nighttime, we can sleep. I want to sleep because where I'm going to go and get the dark oak isn't really lit up well, so I know as soon as I go up there, it's going to be full of mobs. Yeah, I planted these here a couple of days ago. Ow. Came down a bit heavy there, apparently. Yeah, I always use dark oak for the roof because I feel like it's a good contrast compared to the rest of the build. You could probably go for like maybe deep slate or something to give it more of like that slate roof look. Yeah, I like dark oak because it is darker than spruce and oak. But not like full on black or something where it's just too heavy of a contrast sometimes to the rest of the build. Can make sure I get plenty of the saplings back so I can either replant or plant more. Maybe people can have a full-on dark oak forest. Seeing as I've been popping up 2 forests elsewhere, might as well add another one to it. We're not doing deforestation here. We're adding forest. Because as you can tell by how I've named the home at the minute, this, well, the area lower down, is on the plains biome. So, I've definitely added a lot more trees into what it used to have. Come on, I need more saplings. It's the only issue about these grassy areas. It's so easy to lose so many items in it that drop. Save a bit of space to see this apple. Come on, you must be dropping more saplings, surely. Oh, there. Yeah, we should be getting more, or enough to be able to do more, plant more trees. Oh, bamboo. Very odd single bamboo. Oh, there's no one there. What the fuck? Okay, random. Saplings. That one's too hard for him to hit. Also, this one's already regrown. There's two there, one there. Should be enough Darko for now, I think. How many have we replanted? How many did we start with? 6? I think there might have been 6 when we started. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I got 2 more saplings. Oh no, I did drop. For a second I thought I dropped onto the top. Oh no, I did. Oh, there's 2 of them. Perfect. Okay. Back down. Okay, I did pick that up. That's fine. That was good timing. So those saplings can go back in. Don't think I'll be needing these anymore. Okay. Is that gonna be enough? I don't think so, so let's just make... That should be enough. Okay, let's try and not fuck up the roof on this one, like we did with that barn. Fuck. Yeah, roofs are always the most tedious thing. Also, at some point, I'm going to try and do some, put some guides into picnics so that people know what they can do and how they do it. Mainly for like shops and jobs and stuff. Whilst we might put a full list of plugins that we currently use, so people know what they can and can't do. Because, yeah, from my experience of playing on other servers, one of the things that they often miss is detailing what you can do. Because obviously every server's different, so you don't know what plugins they're going to be running. start on the other side, just to make sure we're going symmetric with this. Whew. Okay, it's looking symmetrical so far. Shit. This is gonna be a tall roof. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. That didn't work. Do I go flat now? Let's try and get it a little bit closer. Should be enough. Or we can just connect this across now. Song always reminds me of Joker. Why are you so serious? I haven't seen Joker 2, but apparently it was absolutely awful in comparison to the first Joker movie. Like apparently Joker 2 felt more like a musical to people. It just feels like a really odd angle to go for with that kind of movie. Why do I feel like it's not, doesn't quite look how I wanted it to? Oh well. Did I do that too early? No, it's 3 back. And then 2 blocks and then the stairs. Here we go. Roof complete. I hope. Let's see if this is symmetrical. Yeah, it looks pretty symmetrical. Also, we finally got a bigger tree. But I bet you there's no beehive. No, the leaves have come down way too much. There's no beehive. That all of them? There's always that one that you miss there. And it just leaves this bubble of leaves in the air. Why? Maybe there is only one bee in this. Usually, don't they usually spawn with at least 2? Well, we got a building complete this, well, ish. Well, that needs filling in. And then the interior needs doing. But we got these set up, and one natural beehive. Yeah, it's got a fair bit of work to do, I guess. We need to get all the bees. I'm still curious as to where the ones that went from the beehive that we broke. They're still just like hanging around somewhere over here. It'd be really handy if they were, because I can lure them over to the rest of the beehives. It was on that tree. No idea. I don't think there's beehives nearby unless they went over here. Is there a beehive around here? Nope. All these trees are going to end up hiding this this settlement from anyone passing by. Well, probably not. Not with like how much it goes up that hill. That's kind of obvious. Especially when that stronghold on the top gets finished. 'Cause that's going to have a tower on that bit there, so they can watch over, and also be a good like Elytra jump platform. I think there really is just one in there. So I'm worried it might get caught in the fire. That's also part of the reason why I put the trapdoor underneath them. Because sometimes they do come out underneath it and they get stuck in it. Just burned to death. But I think if you smoke a beehive and then break it whilst they're inside it, you get a beehive that is full of bees. Just going to utilise this space for now just to try and get more beehives to potentially spawn. I wonder if there's like each flower also has its percentage that it can increase for the chance of a beehive spawn, or if it's just plants in general. hopefully some of those also get some bees spawning. Maybe it's because there's already one here. Maybe it decreases the chance for these to spawn with one because they're too close by to each other. Maybe the double high flowers increase the chance because this thing is like twice the amount of flower. Anyways, I will probably call it there. We have done some progress. We've finished a building. I mean, this was literally just the foundation when we started. Now it's got a roof and everything. Just needs these last walls filling in, some windows putting in, and then the interior doing up, which I will put bee themed somehow. I'll have to get some Google references for a good interior for a beehives owner house thing. And then, yeah, hopefully we get some more of these trees spawning with beehives. And then we can actually get these things properly going. And then get a little meadery, which actually we might add on to this somewhere. Maybe, like, a building here could be a meadery. Unless we can incorporate it into this somehow. But yeah, I'll Google some references for that. Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. So yeah, the schedule this week is going to be a little bit slower than other ones. So there'll only be 2 streams this week, as far as what I've been able to plan in. Maybe one next week, but we'll see. Sorry, maybe one next weekend, but I'll see how I feel by then. So yeah, Monday, I'll see today, and then Friday stream, which we are doing some BattleBit. I haven't played it in a while, so I'll be very rusty. But if you haven't heard of BattleBit before, basically think of Minecraft meets Battlefield. It's that sort of thing. So yeah, that'll be Friday stream. Usual places. So I'm live on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, and Kick. Usual start time as well of 8 PM UK time. Yes, if you enjoyed today's stream and you're not following it, please do drop a follow on whichever platform you're currently watching on. Twitch is the one that I mainly focus on in terms of trying to hit targets. So this year's target is 1,000 followers on Twitch. We are currently at just over 900, so we're on that final 100 hurdle. So that should be obtainable this year, I think. Also, if you're not part of the Discord yet, go on to the Discord. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, the invite link will now have popped up in the chat. If you're watching on Kick, you can get the invite link from the links below the stream. And if you're watching on TikTok, if you head over to my profile, head to my Instagram, you can get all my social links from in there. But yes, other than that, I will love yous and leave yous. Thank you all again for watching. I do really appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes and all the chats and stuff like that. I will see you on Friday for some BattleBit action, where it will be very explosive and lots of bedlam. There'll be lots of action, and it'll be crazy. So yeah, join us for that. But apart from that, I will love you and leave you, and I'll bid you all good night.